everyone, I'm Captain Logan, and I'm back once again with more comic book news. This is unusual of me to make videos like this, and in 2 days no less, but I couldn't help but weigh in on this. Another new comic book thing that I'm really excited about. So yesterday I talked about Angela and how she's going to be going over to Marvel. Now today we find out that DC is going to be doing 1966 Batman comics. I'm really excited about this. This is really cool. And I might have been less jazzed about it if I hadn't gotten to see a bunch of art, and I really like that they've already put out a bunch of art to show us what it's going to look like. There's this great pop art by Mike Allred, who I don't know from anything, but he's drawing this really great 60s pop art. Not only is it going to be, in the continuity of 60s Batman, not only is it going to be a set in that world, but it's gonna look like that, and I'm really jazzed about it. Anyway, it's gonna be digital first, and I never know what I think about digital first comics, mostly because I like to buy print comics, and something like this I would really want to collect. And you never know when they're actually going to come out in print. Sometimes they put out digital comics month to month, and then eventually they'll start collecting them in singles, and there'll be an ongoing series that just collects stuff that's already been out for a while in digital anyway, and then that gets kind of weird because I like to read stuff as soon as it comes out, when I can, especially stuff that I'm just really, really interested in and want to review. And so something like this, I don't know if I would want to wait on it. I kind of want to read it as soon as it comes out. And the other thing about it is a lot of these digital first things, they're not full 22-page comic books. A lot of the time they'll be like 99-cent comics. They'll be really short. They'll be like 10, 12 pages, and then you have to sometimes you have to collect, 3 together to make a full story. In something like this, they'd be probably really short stories. I mean, they're doing that with like Batman Little Gotham. I read the first issue of that and wasn't real impressed with it. It was okay, but it was one of those where it's a complete story, but it's really, really short. So it's not too bad for $1, but you kind of wish that you could get a full 22-page story. It's hard enough to tell a great story in 22 pages. To have to tell one in 10 or 12 pages, even if it's something kid-friendly, something like this that's like kind of family-oriented. That's kind of an all-ages thing. I still would like to get a full 22-page comic, and so I'm sort of hoping that that's what they do with this. That even though it's digital first, I'd love it to be full-blown, 22-page comics, $2.99, whatever they would charge. I kind of doubt they're going to do it that way. On the other hand, they're saying that this is going to be like each issue is going to be like another villain like of the week, kind of like we had with the TV show, and it seems like they're trying to do it very much in the style of the TV show, which is really cool. So one thing we could get would be like 2-part stories where you get, I hope that's what they do, where you get an issue, and then at the end of the issue, Batman and Robin are in some sort of a trap, and then you have to buy the next issue to see what happens, and then it ends with the same bad time, same bad channel. That's what I kind of hope that they do with it. I think this would be a really fun way to kind of mess with that format a little bit. Yeah, you only get 12 pages at a time, but you get you're actually getting a full-blown story for just $2, because you read one and then it leads into the next one. I think there is a lot of opportunity here to do lots of fun stuff, and I hope that this is, by the way, being written by Jeff Paker, and Jeff Paker wrote X-Men First Class, which I've not read, but a lot of people really, really love, and it was also a retro sort of thing, and as this article from IGN is discussing, and I think that that's a great pick, considering how acclaimed he was for that book, and I really hope that he gets a great voice for the riddles and for all the kind of, goofy innuendo and all of that kind of stuff. Because it's not a TV show and it's going to be a comic book, there's really no limit to the crazy stuff he can put in the book. I mean, he can do more wild and outlandish things that the book may have wanted to do. He can take 60s Batman to space, things like that. like the Batman comics were kind of doing in the 60s quite a bit. Again, a lot of things you wouldn't want to see in serious Batman that I'd love to see in 60s Batman that's never been done. I'm also really interested to see exactly what he does. I know this is going to sound really silly at being a comic book, but with who he casts for roles, especially Catwoman, because some of this early art, which, like I said, looks really, really pretty, really great pop art. He's got the Julie Newmar Catwoman, and I kind of wonder if he might, in some issues, do the Julie Newmar version, and then in other versions, in other comics, do the Eartha Kitt version. I wonder what kind of a continuity this is going to have. I wonder if he's going to ever reference previous issues and things like that. Anyway, this obviously is not going to be something that everybody's going to want to read. I know a lot of people don't care for 60s Batman, but I love the variety that something like this adds. We've got so many different kinds of Batmans in comic books, and right now I think we have kind of an interesting mix of different kinds of stories being told about Batman, with the main continuity with the Arkham City stuff and all of that. Now we're gonna have this. We got the kids thing, a little Gotham. I've always said that there's like 150 different ways you can do Batman, and I love seeing DC putting him out in lots of different ways. DC has not been my favorite company in the last couple years, but this is really neat news. I'm pretty excited about it. So anyway, I wanted to mention that. I also wanted to say that because all of the legal stuff got worked out. This article talks about that too. That all the legal stuff got worked out with 60s Batman. I wouldn't be surprised if we didn't finally see DVDs of 60s Batman pretty soon. Mattel's doing a toy line, and those look really great. If you haven't seen those, that's really cool too. And I think with this comic book, I wouldn't be surprised if as early as the end of this year we didn't get Batman 66 DVDs finally. So anyway, that's all I wanted to mention, and thanks everybody for watching. I'm Captain Logan. See you later.